Our fourth speaker is a graduate of the College of Engineering of UP Diliman, a former math and engineering professor at St. Louis University, but now she is the a unit manager and financial advisor of Philam Life. Also a certified investment solicitor of BPI Investment Management Inc. And along all these business in her career and helping other people, she serves as one of the leaders of the Feast North Luzon, Baguio. She is also the author of the book Plan Your Finances. To give us her 3 tips to get your 2021 goals, please welcome Miss Quennie Balidoy.
My talk is about getting that goal so that we can have this year as our best year ever. So let me just share my screen. Yeah. Sige, I hope you're seeing my screen now. So alam ko naman, most of you are already have set your goals because it's already the third week of the year, diba? So most of you probably in business like me, that you were able to have your planning na in your companies. Ako actually, personally, my husband and I have been setting goals for more than 10 years ago kasi we have been involved in a coaching seminar way back 10 years ago. So naging ano kami, parang life coach mentees kami, mentees kami, coaching mentees kami. Tapos in-apply namin yon sa mga sarili namin. And nakita namin, oy maganda, productive kami because we have applied the principles of the life coaching that we have encountered. And syempre, hindi natapos sa amin yung mag-asawa. We shared this to our kids, our sons, Matt and Josh, just to share it to you some of the pictures that our goal setting pictures that kasi normally mga more than 10 years ago pa nagsiset talaga kami ng goals instead of giving the New Year's resolution at the start of the year. We decided not to set New Year's resolution but to set goals. So kahit nung mas bata pa sila, may apat nga lang yung nakuha kong pictures to show to you. So there's our pictures way back from 2017 hanggang recently 2021 now this year. So you could see medyo lumaki na yung mga anak ko, nagsiset pa kami ng goals. Normally, we set goals in a restaurant. Yeah, syempre, nung hindi pa tayo pandemic, pupunta kami sa resto para mag-set ng goals. Para tweet na rin namin sa mga bata para ganahan sila mag-set ng goals. Kasi this year, as you can see on the photo at the right, dito kami nag-set sa bahay kasi nga pandemic. Ayan, para hindi na rin masyadong be affected with COVID-19 for our safety as well. So nevertheless, we set goals. Yeah. Tapos, ang difference lang this year is instead of just setting goals, we intend to really get them. Yon, kasi mamaya ikikwento ko sa inyo yon. So just to give you some of the goals that we have met because we have set it. Kasi since this has been our practice for several years already, talagang nagiging productive kami. Hindi lang kami mag-asawa, pero pati mga anak namin. So this is a picture of my son. Maliit pa siya nito eh. It's about siguro 10 or 9. So isa yan sa goal niya noon. This is Joshua, our bunso. Yan. So goal niya yan na manalo, first place sa piano, and he did, di ba? So ganyan siya. So also, this is my son, Matthew, yung panganay ko naman. Nag-set siya ng goal na pumasa siya sa UP Diliman at maging DOST scholar. So yan, nagawa nga niya. Tapos maliban pa dyan, he got a scholarship, one of the prestigious scholarship in UP, which is the Ovation Scholar. He belongs to the top 50 examinees because he was able to set the goal. Ayan. And then also, this is one of my husband's, this is our master's bedroom actually. This is one big goal that my husband has set since 2008. Ayan. Unti-unti namin talaga tong binubuo. May mga 10 to 12 years in the making din talaga to. Pero yun nga, we set kasi the goal, kaya we got it. So, and then also, yeah, we have a trip in Malaysia with my husband. We were able to go to, nakaakyat kami dyan sa top floor ng Petronas Towers. And recently, before the pandemic, we have this trip in Japan. Ayan, as a family. So, last year, supposedly, meron kaming trip also in a certain country. However, syempre, hindi natuloy because of the pandemic. So, ugali na talaga namin na mag-set ng goals. Yun lang, napansin ko, hindi lahat ng goals na siniset namin natutupad. Sabi ko, bakit kaya? Bakit kaya medyo matagal na kami nagsiset ng goal pero parang hindi naman lahat nakukuha. Gusto ko kasi achiever ako eh. Gusto ko ini-evaluate ko, bakit kaya di ko to nakuha? Ganyan. Ano kayang mali? So, hindi naman mali yung pagkaset ng goal. Alam naman namin yung procedure on how to set goal. So, I came upon this particular man. I was invited to his wealth strategy seminar. So, his name is Christian. He's the founder and CEO of PPP Academy, and he's referred to as Asia's #1 referral revolution coach. Sa kanya ko narinig, ngayon lang, this year lang, noong January 5 and 6, that sometimes we set goals but we don't intend to get it. So ko, okay. Nung narinig ko yun, nag-aha moment ako. Kaya siguro yung iba kong goals ay hindi ko nami-meet kasi baka they're really just good in paper, but I really don't intend to get them. So sabi nga niya, having an eye on the goal is important. But more importantly, have you planned and strategized and putting it into action plans to get there? Yon, di ba? Importante pala yon. Instead of just setting, get it. So you have to, when we set the goal, we really intend to get them or get it. So it's not about goal setting, it is about goal getting. So this is a picture of Christian if you want to get in touch with him. Yan. Kapangalan siya ni Coach Chris. Lahat yata ng Chris magaling mag-mentor saka mag-coach. Ayan, so hopefully I'll be one of his mentees this year. I've signed up for his mentoring program. So you can also follow him in his social media accounts. So let me give you some tips I've learned on how to get your goals. So to be able for you to remember it easily, I've set an acronym for it. So 3S. Yeah, nagsisimula sa letter S. So the first one is sick, the second one is set, and the third one is soar. So sick, set, and soar. So madali lang siya tandaan, 'di ba? So unahin natin yung seek. Yan. Seek your destination. So pag seek, 'di ba? Kailangan tanungin natin, where do you want to go? Saan mo ba gusto pumunta? Sa totoo lang, medyo nasa middle 40s na ako. May mga instances lalo na nung kabataan ko, ang dami kong options. Sa dami kong options, hindi ko alam kung saan ako pupunta. So I ended up saying yes to all the things that I have to do, that I am invited into. Tapos makikita ko parang na-waste ko yung time ko just saying yes. Tapos nalaman ko, importante pala to also say no. Yan, sabi nga ni Bo Sanchez na one of my idols in life, si Brother Bo Sanchez, who's actually the founder of our community, Light of Jesus Family, who started the feast all over the world. And yeah, sabi niya, minsan, it's really a decision between good and good. Kasi madali lang mag-decision between bad and good. Alam mo naman na dapat we choose the good. Pero yung dalawang good, mahirap pagpilian. Kaya nga importante that we discern later. So yeah, saan mo ba gusto pumunta? So we have to really know that. And I've encountered this quotation in the internet. Sabi dito, to reach your destination, you need a direction. But you can't get there without inspiration. Yeah, di ba? So kunwari, gusto natin, we're in the Cordilleras now, we're in Baguio, for example, gusto natin pumuntang Manila. So alam ko naman most of us ayaw kasi mainit doon. But of course, kunwari, gusto natin pumunta ng Manila. Paano tayo pupuntang Manila? Di ba normally we ask our people around, ano ba sasakyan doon? O kaya kung may kotse, gamitin natin yung Waze, yung Google Maps, di ba? Paano pumunta doon sa Manila? Pero more importantly, may reason bakit tayo pupuntang Manila, 'di ba? Siguro for me, ako, bakit ako pupunta Manila? Kasi nandun yung mga kapatid ko. So gusto ko bisitahin yung tatay ko. So may inspiration, may dahilan. So importante din sa buhay natin. So before we set goals, it has to be clear our destination. So we have to find that inspiration. So my fellow authors who have spoken ahead of me were able to mention this, that at bottom line talaga importante that we get connected with God. Yeah, we have to find inspiration with our Creator because God is the one who made us, so He probably knows why are we here on earth. So we have to get in touch with Him to find inspiration. So as also mentioned by Jesus in Matthew 7 verse 7, ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find. I just mentioned, ang medyo magandang nangyari sa akin sa pandemic kasi syempre most often nasa bahay lang ako. I don't want to go out. Though I'm productive naman being at home, I've developed this prayer time. At the first hour of the day, I sing worship songs, I read the scriptures, I meditate on the scriptures, I spend some quiet time, I pray, yeah, and then I journal during that first hour. And then during that first hour, I also include my schedule for the day. So I got my planner kasi may mga naka-schedule na yun na during the previous days eh. Tapos titingnan ko, ipa-plot ko yan from the time that I will be finished praying until the time that I will be sleeping. Alam ko na yung gagawin ko. So that made me very productive during the day. Siyempre may mga time na talagang ayoko gawin yung schedule. Pero more often, I do that schedule because I was able to consult with my life mentor and coach, which is the best one, who is the best one, and that is my God or Jesus. So we have to find inspiration. So as mentioned in the quote, you also, after you have found your inspiration, you have to know your direction. So it was also mentioned, Stephen Covey by author Lisa. So he also have this great quote of his that we have to begin with the end in mind. Dapat alam natin, so we're setting this goal now, we're getting this goal now, saan ba ito papunta? Where would it lead me at the end of the year? In 3 years? In 5 years? In 10 years? Or until retirement? We have to know that exactly. Yeah, syempre, we're guided by God. Probably we know that direction. Yeah, so that's very important. I've mentioned this in my book, Plan Your Finances. So it is important that we clearly see what it is that we want to achieve. Yeah, so as mentioned by author Lisa, intrapersonal, it's very important. We have to get in touch with ourselves. And then we lift that to our God. Yeah, so that is very, very important step para hindi tayo distracted in whatever that we do. And then this was mentioned also by author Seibel. We have to determine your life's purpose, or you have to determine your life's purpose. Alam ko, matagal ko na ito naririnig actually since my coaching period. Pero ang hirap talaga malaman ang life's purpose. Siguro kahit ngayon, meron ako na formulate na life's purpose, siguro hindi pa siya final. Pero I tried making one. Kaysa naman, and then probably improve on it later on. So, I'll give you a secret. This, yun nga, sabi ko nga, isa sa mga idols namin in life ng asawa ko, si Brother Bo Sanchez. He gave away this book, Ready to Rebound. So if you want a copy, you just message me. I have a copy. I just give it to you for free since it was also given to me for free. So he has a certain section there in the book that allows us to formulate our life's mission and vision statements. For those of you who are employed, you know that your company, your school has a mission and vision, and the company is guided with a mission and vision, right? So bakit kaya tayo, wala tayong sariling mission and vision? So we have to have our own mission and vision. It doesn't have to be perfect at first. It will be perfected as we go along. So progress is more important than perfection, diba? So just to give you, kasi I don't have much time, so I will not be able to dwell to kung in detail dito. So if you want to know more about this, you read Brother Bo's book. So to differentiate the mission and the vision, So Brother Bo mentioned that your mission statement is God's purpose in your life. Yan. Sabi ko nga, ako naniniwala kasi ako talaga anak ako ng Diyos eh. Siya gumawa sa akin. So, syempre, naaalam niya kung bakit ako ginawa. So, kailangan ko siyang konsultahin. Ano, bakit nga, Lord? Bakit mo ba kasi ako ginawa? What has what has you called me to do so? To do. So, what has God called you to do? Kailangan tanungin yan during your prayer time or your moments with God or your conversation with God. And your second, the vision statement naman is your list of dreams. Ayan, syempre, ano ba talaga gusto mong mangyari at the end of your life or a certain number of years. So what kind of life do you want? So those are two of the most important statements that you have to make if you want to really be productive throughout your life. So this also is a planner that was made by Brother Bo Sanchez together with his son Francis. So this also contains five-step instructions on how to make your personal life mission. So actually, it's not original. He obtained this from the book Success Principles of Jack Canfield from Arnold Patent. Yeah, just to share you an idea of my personal life mission. This is my personal life mission. Again, this is not yet perfect, but it's this close to what I want to do. So the personal life mission is to use my wisdom and teaching to inspire and help others to live as God's masterpieces. So it was mentioned by Author Saivel, Author MJ, and Author Lisa, diba? That we have good values, we have good facets in life. We have to get in touch with our authentic self kasi talagang ginawa naman tayo ni Lord para maging masterpiece niya. Yun nga lang masyado tayo minsan nagpapa-victim. Ako I've been that one. Before I have that coaching seminar for those who have known me more than 10 years ago, nako, victim talaga ako. Parang lahat na lang winu-worry ko. Feeling ko lahat talaga nakakunay para sirain yung buhay ko. So medyo victim. So yun, nung na-realize ko to, bakit ako magsistay sa ganitong victim story? So I have to grow. I have to let my creator mold me. So also moving forward, so since I've discovered that I'm a God's masterpiece, I also would like to encourage and inspire others to be God's masterpieces as well, kasi we are all his masterpiece. And this is my personal vision statement. So my personal vision is to be a well-respected coach and mentor in financial literacy, home waste management, and family life, bringing glory to God in all that I do. You know, itong tatlong to, at tagal ko din ma-formulate to kasi dami ko nga gustong mangyari sa buhay ko. Na-discover ko tong tatlong areas na to, financial literacy, home waste management, and family life. Ito pala yung mga importante sa akin during my prayer time. So, alam ko na, kung may time frame pa nga ako eh. Kailan ako magpo-focus dito, kailan ako, ito medyo i-forgo ko na, tapos dito na ako magpo-focus. Ano na yung gagawin ko until retirement or even after retirement. So again, this is a work in progress. So I haven't really perfected this, but that is my vision for myself. Yeah. So yan yung life mission and vision. And I hope after this webinar, you try making your mission and vision. Don't be afraid na hindi siya perfect kasi hindi talaga siya magiging perfect sa simula. Okay? So now let's move on with the second important step in seeking your destination. We have to know your emotional why. So this emotional why kay Brother Bo Sanchez ko ulit na natutunan eh. So ito yung mga questions. Bakit kailangan may emotional why? So why is it important that you have to meet that goal? Yan yung mga tanong. Bakit ba importante yan? Diba? So why are you working so hard? Yan. Bakit ka ba nagtatrabaho ng sobra-sobra? Na hindi ka natutulog? Diba? Bakit? So to whom I dedicating all my efforts? Saan ko i-dedicate tong efforts? Kanino ko dinededicate itong efforts ito? Just to share you, kasi I'll be sharing some of my goals later, one of my goals later. I'll be sharing my goal. So my goal this year, as I've mentioned in the chat box, is to become an MDRT. So MDRT, for those who don't know, is a $1 million round table, which is an organization for the top 2% financial advisors. So hindi lahat po ng financial advisors are MDRT. And ako, I've been in the industry for about 8 years, 6 years part-time. and 2 years full-time, lagi akong for the last 2 years na nag-full-time ako, aspiring MDRT ako, hindi ko pa siya nami-meet. So bakit siya importante sa akin? Yan. Siyempre, importante siya sa akin kasi I want to say to myself that I'm capable of doing this. Yan. So, kung nakukuha ko to? Siyempre, assumption din na pag nagawa ko to, mas marami akong matutulungan tao na nag-manage ng kanilang finances. Yan. Pero bottom line, bakit ko siya ginagawa? Kasi alam ko, if I do that, I'll have higher income and I will provide more for my family. My husband is a good provider. But, I wanted to augment our income so that we can fast track our financial goals. And also, this is for the future of our kids. So basically, it's my family that I really dedicate my efforts to. So that's very important when you set your goal. Kasi you will get it if your emotional why is really, really strong. So you need to ask why is it that you want to meet that goal, because it is this why that you go back to when you encounter obstacles in meeting the goal. So I hope that's very clear. So aside from setting your goal later on, I hope it's important that you know why do you want to go to that destination. Yeah, that's your emotional why. So tapos na tayo, diba? Sa first step, sa first tip, that is seek your destination. So let's move on with the next step, which is set goals. Ayan, magaling tayo dito eh. So alam ko naman, this. I think you have encountered the SMART goals, diba? The specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, saka time-bound. So dapat ganun daw tayo mag-set ng goals. So in my book, para medyo maiba naman, hindi ko siya tinawag na SMART. Ayan, ginawa ko yung synonym niya, wise. Ayan. So I encourage you to also write your goals as wise. So this is also, I have a discussion here, a chapter actually in my book. So why wise? So W stands for worthy. Yan. Ano yung worthy? So worthy means goals should have a real value to you. May value siya, may meaning. Bakit mo siya ginagawa? So these are the important questions that you have to ask yourselves. What values? So minention ni author MJ yung mga different values, good values that we have to have this 2021. So what values would it unleash in you while accomplishing this goal? Yung ma-unleash sa'yo, nakabutihan, pag na-accomplish mo to yung goal na to. So, will accomplishment of this goal lead you to a better version of yourself or to your life's purpose? Yan. Kasi kung nag-set tayo ng goal, pero in the manner, yung mayabang tayo, we look at other people, we look down at other people, baka hindi siya yung goal na sinet ni Lord para sa atin. Kasi lumalayo tayo sa life's purpose. So habang nagsiset tayo ng goal, dapat bumubuti tayong tao. Actually, ako sa matagal ko ng pagsiset ng goal, ang pinaka-reward talaga nung pagsiset ko ng goal at pag-get ko ng goal, it's not really the goal itself, but ano ang nangyayari sa akin, ano ang nagiging personality ko pagkakuha ko ng goal. So that's a more important thing. So kunwari, dun sa MDRT goal ko, anong value that it unleash to me? It will unleash actually my focus, my determination, and my persistence. Yan. Yan. So of course, I will be able to be a better person with those values. Yan. Siyempre, importante that may integrity ako in doing that kasi I won't be an MDRT if I don't have integrity, as mentioned by Elder MJ. That's an important value that we have. So the next characteristic of a goal is I. So yan, characteristic of a wise goal is I. So I stands for imaginative. Yan. Alam ko naman lahat kayo magaling mag-imagine, diba? So imaginative means your goal should be clear and well-defined. Yan. Pag sabing clear and well-defined, kaya mo siyang i-drawing, kaya mo siyang i-visualize. Yan. Kasi pag hindi, medyo malabo siya. Kasi nga, sabi nga ni Stephen Covey, diba, begin with an end in mind. Alam mo yung pupuntahan nun. So nakikita mo sa mind mo. 'Diba? So, dapat na-visualize natin yun. Kasi kung hindi mo mag-visualize, medyo baka hindi mo siya mamimit. Ayan. Kaya kung nandun you're familiar with coaching seminars, they encourage you to make your vision board. I'll show you my vision board last year. So you can also aid you to be clearer and well-defined your goals. So ask who, what, where, and when. Yan yung mga tanong na pwede mo para ma-imagine mo yung goal mo. So ako, MDRT ang gusto kong goal. So, yan, tinatanong ko yan. Who? Yan, who? What? Where? Kailan yan? Kailan ko ma-achieve yan? Saan ako pwede pumunta pag na-achieve ko yan? Paano yung mga gagawin ko para magawa ko yan? Sino yung mga pwede makatulong sa akin to meet that goal? So yan, imaginative. You have to have that particular step in your goal setting. So just to share you my vision board last year, so 2020, ito nakita ko to, nakalagay siya sa iPad ko. Yan, para lagi ko siya nakikita. So kayo, pwede naman sa cellphone, pwede naman sa taas sa tabi ng bed niyo, sa refrigerator, wherever you want to place it, basta nakikita mo siya more often. Kasi nga, what the mind can conceive, it can achieve. So ito yung tatlo sa major goals ko last year. So I wanted to become a unit manager, I wanted to be an author, and the third one was to be an MDRT. You know, two of them I have accomplished. I'm just a newly appointed unit manager of Philam Life. I was just appointed last year. Kung kailan pa pandemic, di ba, dun pa ako na-appoint. And then kung kailan pa pandemic, naging author ako, di ba? Thanks to our very dedicated mentor and book writing coach, Coach Chris. He was able to help me with that. So 2 out of 3 of my goals, I was able to accomplish. Kaya ngayon, medyo gigil ako dyan sa MDRT niya kasi di ko pa talaga na-accomplish. So yun nga. So siguro yan, yung isa sa aking focus this year to become an MDRT. So yan, it really is important that you are able to visualize your goal. So S stands for superb. Yan. Pag sinabing superb, yan, syempre, parang yung mawawaw ka. It should be very, very big. Something that you would excite you and you haven't done before. So ako nga medyo gusto ko mag-MDRT kasi di ko pa siya nagagawa. Ba't sila kaya nila? Ba't ako hindi? Ayan. So, yan. So that's something. Ano yan? Kasi kung nagawa mo na yan, hindi ka na ma-excite kasi nagawa mo na, di ba? So, might as well set a goal that really excite you, would push you to your limits. Yeah? Kasi nga, when you push yourself into your limits, you develop good values. And yung values actually ang importante when we get our goals. So, ask what it is that you are excited to have or meet this year. So, ako, I'm excited to become an MDRT. Yeah, so that I could have a higher income and to be able to help more people as well. So E stands for exact. Yan. So exact means that you have to set criteria to track process of your goal. You should have a deadline. So ako sa totoo lang, dito minsan nagfe-fail ang mga tao. Wala silang deadline for themselves. So kailangan may deadline. So when you become book writing coaches of Coach Chris, may deadline kami. So, ito may schedule kami sinusunod. Ito, launch date natin So, talagang na-force kaming gawin kasi may deadline. Yan. Tapos, on a periodical basis, talagang nire-review kami. Kaya na-force kami to do it. So, ganun, when you set your goal, dapat meron tayong a criteria para malaman natin kung may progress ba yung goal natin. Hindi yung, kunwari, sinet mo yung goal mo on or before December 31, December 30 ka mag-evaluate, wag naman, di ba? So, siguro per month, mag-evaluate ka na later. So, I'll talk about more of evaluation later on. But of course, we cannot evaluate if we are not exact with our goal. So, ask, when do you want to accomplish the goal? So yeah, I hope you've learned something new now. So write your goals as WISE in Business Smart. Para 4 na letters lang, hindi 5. So WISE is an acronym for worthy, imaginative, superb, and exact. So I've mentioned that in my book, Plan Your Finances. So and the last and final step, kasi sabi ko nga, goal getting tayo, hindi tayo goal setting. Hindi lang siya on paper. We should really strive hard to reach the goals that we have set for the year. So we want to, the last step and the last tip is SOAR. Yeah. I've searched, I consulted Mr. Google and what he led me to Merriam-Webster. And Merriam-Webster dictionary defines SOAR to rise or increase dramatically as in position, value, or price. So when you say rise or increase dramatically, ibig sabihin, alam mo dapat yung baseline mo, di ba? Kasi paano mo lalaman na nag-rise ka kapag hindi mo alam kung saan ka nagmula? So kaya kailangan mag-e-evaluate tayo and mag-e-execute. So that's the third last step, the SOAR. But there's a very important step in goal getting. We evaluate and then we execute. So ano tong evaluate na to? So evaluate, where are you in your goals right now? Nasaan ka na ba? O sige, gusto mo mag-MDRT. Our sales is about 2.3 million this year para maging MDRT. O ano na ba production ko this January? Ganyan. So ano na yung production ko sa February? So on a regular basis, I should be able to evaluate myself para makapag-soar ako papunta sa goal ko. So ganun din kayo. When you set your goal, so nasan ka na ba ngayon? What's your starting point? What's your point A? Kung gusto mo pumunta sa point B. So it has to be very, very clear. Yeah, di ba sabi nga niya author Cyber, you have to be authentic with yourself. Huwag tayong magpanggap. Alam natin yung strengths and weaknesses natin. We acknowledge them, we accept them, di ba? And then from there, we do something, di ba? So what are the reasons why you have not achieved your goal? So for me, kasi nga, this is a goal that I wasn't able to achieve last year. Kailangan, ini-evaluate ko, bakit ko ba ito hindi nagawa? Yeah. So, kailangan meron akong reflection. Ano bang mali na nagawa ko? Bakit di ko siya nagawa? Ayan. Siyempre, clear sa akin yung mga reasons. So, ngayon, ayoko na siyang gawin yung mga errors ko noon. Kasi gusto ko nga magkuha yung goal ko. So, kaya ito is an importanting step in evaluation. What would you do differently this time? So, alam mo na, ito na nangyari. So, paano na siya magbabago? What would you do differently this time? So, some of you probably have heard the quotation of Albert Einstein that it's insanity that we expect different results with the same things we do. So kung gusto natin maiba yung resulta ngayong year compared to last year, 2020, may iba tayong strategy, may iba tayong gagawin. Yan. So nasa evaluation step yan of our goal getting. And finally, the last but not the least, definitely, we have to execute. Ayan. So, minsan kasi kami, talaga guilty ako dyan eh. Doon lalo na sa mga planning namin. Tataas ng goal. MDRT. Hindi naman ine-execute yung action plans na nakalagay doon. Tapos, hindi na minomonitor yung progress, di ba? Importante we execute all our action plans para tapos i-monitor sila kung nagagawa ba talaga natin para ma-meet natin yung ating goal. Execute is important in goal getting. So we have to list relevant action plans towards your goal. So relevant yung panunod na Netflix, kung hindi siya relevant to sa goal mo, wag mo siyang ilagay na action plan, di ba? And then you have to monitor your progress periodically. Yan, bahala ka na mag-set. Ako, mas maganda kung a weekly basis or a monthly basis. Yan, better yan. Na mas frequent yung monitoring. Kaysa naman mag-monitor ka December 30, di ba, 2021, di wala ka nang magawa. Kasi pag nag-monitor ka periodically, you'll be able to assess na kung hindi to effective tong strategy ko na to. Kaya ano kaya pwede kong gawin na ibang strategy para hindi maulit tong result ko within the month. Yeah. So you have to monitor your progress. And it's important, lalo na kung medyo mataas yung goal. Medyo alam mo sa sarili mo, kaya importante nga, you have to be authentic with yourself eh. Kailangan malaman mo, ito lang kaya ko, ito lang limitation ko. Kaya kuha ka ng mga pwedeng makatulong sa'yo. So have an accountability partner. Sino yung, isabihin mo yung goal mo sa somebody you trust, or probably better, somebody who have done that goal, di ba? So have that him or her as your accountability partner para siya yung mag-check sa'yo on a periodic basis. So para magpo-pressure ka din or na gawin yung goal. Para sa amin, nagiging accountability partner namin was our mentor, brother Coach Chris, with our writing goal. And we have also our buddy, the last speaker, author Malug. She was my accountability partner. So tipo nahihirapan na kami parehas. Nag-check kami, tapos nag-inspire, hindi, kaya mo yan. So maganda may ganun kayo Meron kayong somebody that who would support you. Kasi lalo na kung medyo mataas yung goal. So have that accountability partner. Maganda ko accountability partners. Mas marami, hindi naman kailangan isa yan. Mas marami maganda. Yan, para they would be able to give suggestions or ideas kung ano yung mali mo nagawa when you review. And this is a very, very important step for me. You have to seek a coach or mentor, especially if your goal is so big. Ako, I believe in this. In almost all the goals that I set, I have that coach and mentor. Hindi to po free ha. I paid for those coaches and mentors. So kasi they give us value kaya we're paying for them. There are people who have done that goal that we want already. So kunwari, in our case, we have Coach Chris as our book writing coach kasi he've written 5 books. Kami, wala pa kami na-write. So he is a very credible mentor. So it's important that the mentor and coach is credible. He is ahead of you with that goal so that he or she can guide you. Yeah. So ako nga ngayon, with my MDRT goal, I'm planning to be mentored with Coach Christian, and actually a gracious lady from another company, not from Philam Life, by manager Christine Chu. So I paid for that, Christine Tan. So I paid for them kasi I want to get the value. Kasi mahirap pag ako ang gagawa. When you have a mentor, advantage kasi ng mentor, since they've gone ahead, they've already done what you're trying to do, hindi mo na i-commit yung mistakes that they have done. So, mapa-fast track yung goal mo. Hindi ka magsasayang ng oras. Kaya dapat makikinig tayo sa mga mentors na yon or coaches na yon who have really done what we wanted to do. Ayan. And seek your mentor very well. Dapat somebody who has the same values as you do. Yan. And syempre, may integrity. Yan. So, I hope marami kayong napulot sa aking talk today and you are really very excited to get your goal this 2021 so that we can make this year our best year ever. So as parting, let me just give you the quote by Mahatma Gandhi, one of the greatest men who have lived also. The future depends on what you do today. So better set that goal, get it, and make this year your best year ever.